Welcome back to another episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. We're your host. I'm Randy.
I'm Mark.
And we are going to be talking about the books that will be new on shelves for January 31st, last week of the new year 2018. These are the books that every week are brand new comics that will be new for the week in which the video is playing. Hopefully it doesn't take you a full week to watch the video.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes. Maybe it does. If you have never been to the store before, you can find out the information, directions, and telephone number for either one of our locations in Shreveport, Louisiana, or Texarkana, Texas. That's going to be on our website, ExcaliburCCG.com, or on our Facebook page. Beyond that, I think we're just diving into comics.
Yes.
We do have a little.
We'll do this. We have one little announcement here. This is a local guy's comic. Gabriel King Gabe Johnston, Star Striker #1, Defender of Shreveport. Strikes like a star. He's a kid, but he's not too young to be a crime fighter. So this is just came in today. He brought it by himself personally. And so here it is. Star Striker #1. They're not, but I bet he would do it.
Bet he would.
For no problem.
Yeah.
So yes,
If you want to
Striker #1.
If you want to support something local, then now is your chance to do so. There, surprisingly, are a lot of books to talk about for
Fifth week.
for a
Yes,
fifth
there
week.
are.
And as usual with DC, that means a lot of annuals.
Yes.
So, Mark, I'll let you start off with the first annual.
Annual, the Deathstroke Annual. That's #1.
That's right.
From Christopher Priest, Dennis Cowan, Bill Sienkiewicz.
Good team up.
Ryan Sook does the cover. An Innocent Man. An Innocent Man. Team Defiance, I guess that's his team, superhero team, is pushed to the edge of oblivion, or Bolivian, as Mike Tyson would say. When one of their own ends up dead, and Deathstroke is to blame. Is this the end of Slade Wilson's hero turn? It's all been building to this. Don't miss the finale of Defiance, the events of which will lead Deathstroke down a shocking new path. Another shocking new path after his last shocking new path of being a hero.
Will Team Defiance join them?
Will they?
Will they?
Will they? That's kind of cool that they're actually making the annual relevant. It's like the last part of that story. So
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
This next one, Detective Comics Annual #1, James Tynan, I think is how they say it, I've been told, and Eddie Barrows will be doing the beautiful cover and interior artwork. This book is going to cover one of my favorite Batman animated series episodes, in which we are going to delve into the heartbreaking origin of Clayface. We're going to get to see how Basil Karlo was once this handsome, good-looking, actor who was going to have it all, and it all fell apart after an accident robbed him of his good looks and took him to the top. The scars don't make you a monster, only the darkness in your heart can do that, though. And in the wake of the accident, Carlo's darkness is revealed. So I don't know if he's turning villain again, Japanese or villain again in the story here, but we're going to get to see the character that since Rebirth has been on Batman's detective team.
So that's going to redo his origin?
Redo his origin, but it really kind of sounds like the same origin to me.
So wasn't he like created when Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore were doing
the molding?
Yeah.
One of those weird demons somehow got into the clay.
Yeah.
Probably that would have been a better updated version. Well, I guess that'd be kind of outdated.
It would be outdated until they remake the movie.
That's right.
All right, another DC Comics Annual, The Flash. Flash Warp from Josh Williamson and Christian Deuces. Howard Porter with cover art. Flash War Prelude. So this one matters too. Okay, the biggest Flash story of 2018 starts here. And since we're already just now into 2018, that's not saying much, I guess. But I mean, something's got to be the biggest story so far.
That's right. I guess technically can't argue too much that
it's the biggest one so far. Special story starring the classic Wally West, who's conflicted over whether to let Iris West know he is alive, and he'll need the help of the Flash to figure out what to do. But when Magenta, Wally's old love, needs his help, the Flash returns home to Keystone City, where he is confronted with violent memories of an unknown world. A major turning point for the Flash family that sets the path for earth-shattering stories in 2018.
Do you think that's a previous world or the New 52 world?
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see.
We shall see.
Might be the world where he was at when he disappeared, or got
the
sucked
Flash
into
Flames.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh boy! Here comes a big one, guys. This is Hungry Ghosts #1, a 4-issue series from Dark Horse Comics. If you are a fan of Anthony Bourdain, you know that he loves to write stories involving food due to him being a food dude.
A food dude.
A food dude. Joel Rose will join him on the writing, and Alberto Ponticelli and Vanessa Del Rey will be your artist, and I love Paul Pope's art. You get to have it on the cover. So, this is not going to be fun.
Settle in, folks.
Settle in. On a dark, haunted night, a Russian oligarch dares a circle of international chefs to play the samurai game of 100 Candles, where each storyteller spins a terrifying tale of ghosts, demons, and unspeakable beings, and prays to survive the challenge. I don't know if I want to say this, but I'll try. Inspired by the Japanese Edo period game of Hayakuma no Gatari Kaiden Kai. Hungry Ghosts reimagines the classic stories of yokai, yori, and obaki, all tainted with the common thread of food. That is an Anthony Bourdain staple. First course, with bad consequence, a ramen chef refuses to help a beggar, and a band of pirates get more and less than they were bargaining for after their encounter with a drowning woman turns ghastly. This is going to, I guess, be different stories for each book or each issue, and I guess each issue will probably have different artists on board for it. So if you enjoy Bourdain, if you enjoy just some of the artists, want to try something new, he does some fun ones. Get Jiro was one of his graphic novels that we have in the store. So if you're enjoying this, there's another one you can check out from him. So now you get the next big one.
All right, here we go. Keeping on the food. Well, this is JLA Doom Patrol Special 1. This is the first part of the Milk Wars from Steve Orlando and
that very common writer.
Yeah, and various. Aiko. Sonny Liu doing the art. Cover art by Frank Whiteley. Welcome to the event of the year. Kicking off a line-wide adventure, DC's Young Animal, that's their Doom Patrol, and Shade the Changing Girl, and Mother Panic, and Cave Carson has some kind of eye. It's a different one than a cybernetic one now.
It's going to become Interstellar or something. I don't know.
A Stellar!
It'll be a Brando eye.
This is
Marlon Brando like fully in the eye. So you bulbous. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. DC's Young Animal collides with the DC Universe to bring you a different kind of crossover. The Doom Patrol has discovered that an interdimensional corporation called Retco has been stealing stories, reconfiguring them, and repackaging them for new markets. Our gang of misfit heroes have felt the touch of this nefarious company, and it has already started to change them. Even scarier, though, is how deeply Retco has embedded itself into current continuity, using the radioactive milk of psychic cows to quell the more dangerous impulses of the Justice League and turn them into heroes safe for the masses. And to kick this off, Retco has gone all the way to the top. Meet Milkman Man. Heretofore unknown final son of Krypton, who was sent to our planet to save him from the destruction of his homeworld, only to be adopted by an evil dairy farmer and raised to love all things dairy.
How is that evil?
I don't know.
Everybody should.
Lactose was where it's at, baby. Co-plotted by Steve Orlando and Gerard Way, with art by Aiko. This exercise special starts Milk Wars with a splash. Plus, who is Eternity Girl and how does she connect to this whole scheme? A special 4-part backup feature by Magdalene Basaggio and Sunny Liu begins here.
Yeah.
So this is going to cross over with various DC heroes and the young animal.
Yeah, the Basaggio, she is becoming a hot item right now within the writing community there. Man, that sounds awesome.
It does. Milkman Man.
It
Yes.
just rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Like butter.
Like butter.
Which is a dairy
It is.
product. So there
Sounds
you
like
go.
they churned out a good story.
Hey.
That's utterly terrible.
Don't spoil it for people. Also, DC's just got everything coming out this week.
They do.
DC's also giving us Motherland's #1 of 6. Simon Spurrier writing, Rachel Scott. No, Stott. I don't know what did she do. I'm cheating. Star Trek: Planet of the Apes and did something along with sex criminals. Will be the artist Eric Canty. Gives you some fun art. In a crazed future where unhinged technologies and interconnected parallel Earths have given rise to a spectacular class of super criminal. That's a lot of very big words. The most beloved celebrities aren't actors or rock stars, but the bounty hunters who traverse an exotic multiverse in search of impossible prey. But when the spotlight's shunning straight-laced tracer known as Tab finds herself in an ultra-violent race for her greatest prize yet, she's forced to work with her greatest enemy. The only person capable of IDing him. I guess that's the person the prize they're looking for.
Yeah.
Her own elderly, overbearing, and hypocritical mother, who was once the most fabulous and celebrated bounty hunter of them all. This is a science fiction comedy, blacker than dragon shit. I don't know what the hell that means. Okay.
Wow.
Motherlands is a dimension-hopping, criminal-blasting story of two extraordinary, whichever you want to say, women. Those were some of the most multi-syllabic words I've come across in a write-up. But that sounds like something else there. But this is coming from Simon Spurrier, and he is up there with he's one of the current day kind of Grant Morrison's, with just very outlandish, out there kind of thought process. So he's turned out a lot of good books that people really have enjoyed, including Legion.
Yep.
So
all right, so also from DC Comics, Silencer #1, written by Dan Abnett, art by Sandra Hope, cover by John Romita Jr. This is one of the hero titles spinning out of Metal.
yeah, this has got to be written by or drawn by John Romita Jr. because I think Sandra Hope's just either an inker or a colorist.
Okay.
That's from what I remember.
Code of Honor Part 1. She's one of the DC Universe's deadliest assassins, and you've never heard of her.
That's right.
That's because she does her job well. Super strong, highly trained, armed with devastating and stealthy metahuman abilities, the Silencer is virtually invincible, or at least she was, after decades as Leviathan's chief assassin. Honor Guest put in her time and managed to get out with her skin intact. Now she lives a normal life with a normal family in a normal house on a normal street. But the past has come back to haunt her in the form of an old employer in a deadly new mission. And Talia al Ghul won't take no for an answer, so she's got ties with
The League.
The League. Okay.
And so this is going to
That
be
makes
one
sense.
of the new DC Universe books that's been coming out here. Damage was the first one.
Yeah.
So if you have Damage, if you're wanting to get all of these new ones, don't miss out on Silencer here. Dan
Damage
Abnett,
sold fast.
very, very fast. And I have a feeling all of these are going to do that.
I think they will.
So add it to your pull list if you have not done so. Create a pull list so that you can get this, do something so you don't miss out on it.
Absolutely.
Last up from Marvel Comics, we have Star Wars The Last Jedi DJ, number 1.
Jedi DJ.
That's right. This is Ben Blacker and Ben Acker on board as the
Edited
writing
by Steve
team.
Wacker.
That would be totally whack. The Kev Walker draws this book, and you have a cover by Jeff DeCow. If you've watched Star Wars The Last Jedi, then you will remember the Benicio del Toro acted character DJ, which has a name that stands for Don't Join. He tells them don't join either side. So he is a mystery man, and we're going to get to find out what put him on the path, or in the path of the Resistance heroes, and they're going to reveal his life just before his appearance in the film. So he was a guy that kind of had an important role in a mission that was very controversial for a lot of people. Oh yeah, you get that.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, from IDW.
Throwback.
Stretch Armstrong in the Flex Fighters, number 1. Stretch Armstrong. Kevin Burke.
Popped.
I heard that pop, man. That was loud. Kevin Burke and Chris Doc Wyatt writing, and Nikos Koutsis. Okay. Stretch Armstrong is back, baby. Based on the all-new Netflix animated series, which I was not aware of. And inspired by the classic toy line.
Which we are aware of.
Yes, that we are aware of. Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters features Stretch along with his partners Omnimass and Wingspan. I don't know those. I know Stretch Man and Stretch Monster. Stretch Armstrong and Stretch Monster.
Yeah, they must have been created for the show.
The animated show. Attending high school by day and fighting crime at night in futuristic Charter City. Man, they have just gone all out for this. But when they come across the monster known as the Mantoid, they have to decide whether it's truly the threat everyone thinks it is.
Is it the Mantoid?
The Mantoid. The Mantoid.
The Mantoid Man?
The Mantoad. That's better. I like Mantoad better. They should
Mantoad.
change it.
There you go. And so those are the number ones, the one-shots that are coming out this week. We also have Dark Knight Metal, number 5 of 6. Everybody has been asking, when is it coming out? January 31st is the answer for that.
Absolutely.
Of course, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo are going to be your storytellers on the book. The Justice League face the final extinguishing of our world, invaded on all sides by unimaginable nightmares, fueled onto the edge of oblivion only by the belief that there must be a light in the endless darkness somewhere. But what if there ain't? So it's all coming to a head, which maybe February, but I think maybe March.
March, I think,
is when it is. So
yeah, I think it's March.
just be patient. It's coming up there.
So
that is all of it.
we've got 2 things going to oblivion. What was the other one?
Oh, was something else going to oblivion?
Yeah, there was.
Was
something else
it
going
your
on.
milk?
Maybe it was. I don't remember. There was like another oblivion thing. So there's a lot of oblivion next week.
Edge of Oblivion.
This week
No, holy
on
cow!
the final day of January 2018. There's a lot of oblivion coming.
I was oblivious to that before.
I was oblivious to the oblivion.
So before we wrap things up here, we want to enlighten you guys to
Hey guys.
to some books that are out there on the shelf right now that maybe there are a lot of people who are just kind of passing over them, missing them, and should really be adding them to their pull list because they're just good books, well written, fun, drawn beautifully, whatever the thing may be. So just kind of underrated books. For me, the two books that I am just really enjoying the hell out of right now, Assassinistas by IDW, whatever their Black Crown line is. It's the stories, not the most complex story, but it doesn't need to be because it has the beautiful Gilberto Hernandez art on it, and I mean just wacky, silly assassins. It's almost something that the Hernandez brothers would have written themselves. I'm kind of surprised that there is somebody else writing it.
Yeah.
So if you are a fan of Love and Rockets, this is definitely a book to pick up. If you like something that's just, I mean, it's kind of an absurd version of Charlie's Angels, like even more absurd than what Charlie's Angels was.
Well,
that's definitely a good one. And then if you're a fan of Wicked and Divine, or anything that's kind of that clandestine, I mean, even Watchmen is I would throw into that category. The God Complex is phenomenal. It's just a good mixture of some guy who's all he's doing is trying to solve a crime, and he has these more they're called the rulers, and they're the people that wear weird mechanical heads and gauntlets and stuff, but they have names of gods, Apollo and Zeus and different names, and they apparently everybody trusts them, you know, just absolutely. And so he has to question things as he's going through, and everybody's curious, is he the one? So it's something that if you like a good mixture of mystery with that clandestine, definitely.
Cool. I'm just going to throw one out there, and it's one that I started and I have not gotten caught up yet. I'm way behind on it, but it's called Harrow County from Dark Horse. It's by Cullen Bunn and Tyler Crook. The art is amazing.
Yes, beautiful.
The writing is awesome. It's I'm a big horror fan. It's kind of like southern horror fairy tale kind of thing. Very cool book. Very cool book. Uses a lot of folklore from, you know, like the hills area going into Appalachia and all that, and the southern part. So very entertaining. Good stuff. Kind of graphic, but that's right up my alley.
The one thing that works so well for me with that book is that artwork looks like it should be in a children's book.
Yeah, that's true.
And so when it gets as graphic as it gets, it's almost more disturbing.
A little bit. Yeah.
But
very cool.
Beautiful book from beginning to where it's at right now. We've got the trades on all of those that you can pick up.
We absolutely do.
Definitely need to do that. This will be something just every now and then, guys. We'll just kind of update you on some things that have been out, and we think that, you know,
just remind you that it's still out there. And
need to check this out, because that's one of the things we always go, well, the good books always get canceled. Well, they don't get canceled if you're reading them.
This is true.
And so we're just trying to help you with some of the good ones. If you have something else that you feel is really underrated, people, you know, aren't picking up, aren't talking about, feel free to share that with us.
Absolutely.
So instead of a question for the week, we're talking about these underrated books. I guess that's kind of a question of the week. So that's going to do it for us today. Remember, we're Excalibur Comics, Cards and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana. We have our other location in Texarkana, Texas, and you can follow us on Facebook or our website Excalibur CCG, Comics, Cards and Games.com. Remember to like, subscribe,
share, embed.
Yeah, do what you need to spread the word of the video here, just so that other people can be informed on the new books that are hitting shelves. There aren't a lot of videos out there like this. So many
are on your Facebook page.
Yeah, so many are reactionary because they're reviewing books after they've come out.
Right.
People are missing those books because they've already sold out. This is your chance to know about it beforehand and go into the comic shop with a little more knowledge of what you want to pick up. So, you know, we try and do a different kind of service for you guys. A clean service. Something like that. Beyond that, that's anything else we need to add here?
I believe we are done.
Okay, until next time, guys, read great comics, comment on the video below, and share.
Share
So,
like.
we will see you next week. Bye.